my all-time favourite Christmas film, just pitting Elf to the post, is the 1990s Miracle on 34th Street with Mara Wilson. I watch that every year, and I have done since I was about 4 or 5. However, it was only quite recently that I watched the Miracle on 34th Street 1947 film, and I was keen to see how the two compared. And I have to say, first of all, I enjoyed it. I definitely recommend it. I'll just get that out there straight away. It's a good film, and I really liked it. For me, I feel like it's not as good as the remake. I don't know if I'm really allowed to say that, but because the remake has that very strong nostalgia for me, and Attenborough is always my Santa Claus, nothing could ever beat that. But this one has quite a similar story, with similar characters, same names, similar situations, and ultimately the same message. It executes that narrative very well, and in some ways it's a lot more wholesome because of the date. It just feels even more sweet and innocent than the remake. This was released, as I said, 1947, directed and written by George Seaton, and it stars Maureen O'Hara as Doris Walker, with Natalie Wood as her daughter Susan, and Kris Kringle is played by Edmund Gwenn. And it was important to me that Kringle retained some of the qualities that I liked from Attenborough in this film, and as I said, they're completely different. I will never be able to look at Gwenn as my Santa Claus, but the performance was still very good, very heartwarming and very convincing, and I just think the role was absolutely brilliant for him. Natalie Wood obviously is a bit of a sore spot given her demise. This is one of the first of her films I've seen. And to be honest, I haven't seen that many of her films, and I really need to make the effort to change that, because despite her early demise, she actually has 74 credits to her name, which is pretty incredible for somebody who was 43 when she died. Maureen O'Hara needs no introduction, and John Payne played Fred Gailey, and I think he did a fantastic job. So while I was watching this, I was kind of thinking, well, how does your performance compare to the remake? It's very hard to not compare Natalie Wood to Mara Wilson. Obviously, at the time, Mara Wilson would have felt no pressure to do a performance that mirrors Natalie Wood's. But looking at them now, I still think Mara Wilson's was a stronger performance, but I think that there was a bit more to work with her. I just feel like she's a sweeter character. The little lisp does make a difference. And I just really loved her interaction with Attenborough's Santa. I just thought it was sensational. I do really like Maureen O'Hara in this. I really, really enjoyed her performance. Really, this is not by any means any worse or any better than the remake. I feel like it's a different experience. As I said, it's more wholesome. It's not as eye-catching because the visual quality is not quite as sharp as the remake. It's also lacking in those festive greens and reds, as one would expect. So it doesn't really give off the same Christmas vibes, but it does give off the vibes of being kind and caring and understanding and giving people a chance. So the messages are all the same, it just has a completely different feel, but the acting is very good. It's an award-winning film. It won 3 Oscars for Best Actor in a Supporting Role for Edmund Gwenn, Best Writing for Original Story, and Best Writing Screenplay. It won the Golden Globes for Best Supporting Actor for Gwenn and Best Screenplay. It won Best Screenplay at the Locarno International Film Festival. It also won the National Film Preservation Board and the Online Film and Television Association Award. Needless to say, it's a very, very well-loved film. I did thoroughly enjoy it, and while it will not be my tradition to watch this every Christmas, I'm quite happy sticking with the remake. I would happily watch it again. I'm confident to say that I will watch it again, and if you haven't seen it, regardless of your relationship with the Mara Wilson remake, I'd say the 1947 Miracle on 34th Street is one that you do have to watch.